Tracy Murray, UCLA alum, former 12-year NBA veteran, played on 6 different teams. I'm broadcasting now with the UCLA Bruins. I do the women. We just left the game. They lost to Stanford, but it was an outstanding game. They gave a great effort. I do the men whenever Don McLean is with the Clippers or on TV, then I do the radio for the men. So broadcasting is what I'm doing now, and I think it's the second best job in the world other than playing basketball. Well, if you want to play college basketball, first and foremost, you got to keep your grades up. Because if you want to get into an institution like Stanford, Cal, or UCLA, your grades has got to be higher than the norm. It's got to be higher than the average. So, and those are the type of schools you want to go to. They're great universities that set you up when you're done with school. The networking and the alumni systems are great. But from a player's point of view, make sure you're fundamentally sound. The coaches are going to stress fundamentals before they put the plays in place for you to execute. They're going to make sure you know the fundamentals. And college is more teaching. So make sure you have that down before you get into the college situation. If you're fortunate and blessed enough to go to the NBA, then you have the foundation for it because of what you've done in college and you set yourself up for it. You seek motivation. I've never been asked that question before because every day I woke up, if you love something, you want to be the best at it. Ronnie Lott, love football, love this position, wanted to be the best to ever play this position. If you don't want to be the best, you shouldn't play sports, period. I wanted to be the best. Now, was I physically gifted to be the best? Maybe not. I had to work hard. If you want to be the best, you got to work. And that's the motivation. The motivation is when people tell you you cannot do it. I had a hip surgery at 14 years old. They told me I'll never play basketball again. 15 years professional basketball years later, I accomplished what I accomplished. And that's because everybody told me I'll never do it. And if you don't have that inner drive and that fire on the inside to do it, you're not going to be successful. Money's your motivation, then do what you got to do. But then, when you get the money, where's your motivation? That's another thing. Once you get those type of goals, where's your motivation? You still have to find something to motivate you. Now, being the best, yeah, you got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson. Those guys were motivated to be the best and they had love for the game. That's who you want to pattern yourself after. Those who love the game and want to be the best. I follow the NBA a little bit, not as much as I used to. Yeah. But I'm aware of what's going on with the Heat. I'm aware of the Lakers' ups and downs. The Lakers is a light switch team. You never know when they're going to come to play. Miami, they're having a hard time knowing how to win. When you have that much talent, how are we going to win? Yeah. You can have a lot of talent and not know how to win. Yeah. And you got 3 guys on the team that are that's come together for the first time, even though they wanted to play for a while with each other. And Team USA don't count. This is all year round. This is your job. This is different. When the chips are down, who's going to take over? That was the #1 thing with them, other than not having a center. It's like, okay, who's going to take over? Who's going to be the guy down the stretch? No one knows. And I guess, in my opinion, you have to go on the matchups. Who's got it going at the time, that's who we go to. You know, because D-Wade can take his guy anytime he wants to. LeBron can take his guy wherever he wants to. And Bosh, he has a mismatch on most of the 4 men. He can go inside, outside. So it's whoever got it going at that time, that's who you jump on their coattails and let them carry you home. When they figure that out, then they're going to go far. And when they get a big man that can play a little bit, then, you know, Ilgauskas a little older. Dampier, I've never been sold on him. You know, that's not a knock. He's a pro. He's a big guy. He's a pro. He had to bring something to the table. But there's not a big guy there that can complement those guys. Shout out to Playmaker Mobile, Ronnie Lott. I've always loved you. Even though you're a Trojan, man, I've always loved you. Take care, man.